हेलो। 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 चलिए भाई, कहाँ तक हम लोग कर चुके थे? ये हम कर रहे थे रिमाइंडर थ्योरम, है ना? हेलो भाई, ये क्या हो गया? Please try to speak in English as much as possible. Logan, are you from which state? Logan, are you from which state? South states. Okay, Logan, I will try to speak English. Okay, चलिए. Next concept is formats theorem. Formats theorem. नेक्स्ट कंसेप्ट इज फॉर्मेट्स थ्योरम. चलिए, फॉर्मेट्स थ्योरम के अकॉर्डिंग, जैसे सपोज मैंने बोला कि ए पे पावर है p-1, ठीक है, अपॉन p से इसको डिवाइड करना है, ठीक है ना. अब यहाँ पे p क्या है? p एक प्राइम नंबर है. p एक प्राइम नंबर है, ठीक है ना. p प्राइम नंबर है. प्राइम नंबर कहने का मतलब इसके सिर्फ और सिर्फ दो ही फैक्टर होंगे, एग्जैक्टली दो से ज़्यादा फैक्टर नहीं होंगे, ठीक है. p प्राइम नंबर है. और यहाँ पे जो ए पी है ये कोप्राइम नंबर है। ए पी कैसे नंबर से? कोप्राइम नंबर, ठीक है। Here AP is coprime number. You can see that A and P are both numbers and both are coprime numbers. Means the HCF of A and P is equal to 1 and P is prime number. P is prime number. So the number of the form A to the power P minus 1 upon P. ठीक है, ओके चलिए। In this case the remainder is always 1. A to the power P minus B when divided by P, then the remainder is 1. This is Fermat's theorem. This is Fermat's theorem, where P is the prime number and AP both are co-prime to each other. ठीक है, A and P are both are co-prime to each other. You can see that. This is Fermat's theorem. Suppose there is 2 and 2 is divided by 7 and 2 to the power is 2 to the power is 7, 2 to the power is 6. 2 to the power is 6. When you see this type of formation 2 to the power 6 upon 7, you can see that 6 is less than 7, less than 1. 6 is less than 1 with respect to 7, means it is 7, it is 6. 6 is less than 1, सॉरी 6 मतलब 7 से एक कम है। 6 जो 6 है 6 7 से एक कम है, मतलब कि ये जो P है ना P प्राइम नंबर है, तो यहाँ पे जो पावर होगा वो प्राइम नंबर से ठीक एक कम होगा। और ये जो 2 और 7 आपको दिख रहा है ना, ये कोप्राइम होना चाहिए। ये कंडीशन आपको चेक करना है, ठीक है। कंडीशन आपको क्या चेक करना है, आपको समझ आ गया? आज क्लास मतलब कि ठीक से चल नहीं रहा, अटक रहा है वीडियो भाई। अभी लाइट आई है, ठीक है। Yes Logan, I will try to speak English as much as possible. Okay, you can see that 2 to the power 6 upon 7, the remainder is 1. The remainder is 1. You can see that the remainder is 1. Suppose we take another example. 3 to the 3 is divided by 11 and this is power 10. You can see that 3 and 11 both are co-prime to each other, ठीक है। और यहाँ पे 11 है और यहाँ पे 10 है, तो 10 क्या है? 10 को हम लिख सकते हैं 10 is written as 11 minus 1. You can see that this formation is what? This formation is this a to the power p minus 1 upon p. तो इस केस में भी रिमाइंडर कितना होगा? इस केस में भी रिमाइंडर 1 होगा, ठीक है। इस केस में भी रिमाइंडर कितना होगा? 1 होगा। तो आपको चेक करना है, यू हैव टू चेक दैट a and p must be co-prime number and p is co-prime number, so that the a to the power p minus 1, this type of formation always gives remainder 1. This is Fermat's theorem. This is Fermat's theorem. Okay, चलिए अब इसी कंसेप्ट पे कुछ सवाल करते हैं। इसी कंसेप्ट पे कुछ सवाल है। मैंने यहाँ पे ये जो क्वेश्चन नंबर 17 है, पहले मैं इसको करवाऊंगा, ठीक है ना। इसी फॉर्मेट्स थ्योरम पे सवाल करते हैं। फॉर्मेट्स थ्योरम आपको दिमाग में एकदम रखना है, ठीक है। चलिए क्वेश्चन 1 है। Question 1 is 38 to the power 102 and it is divided by 103. 38 to the power 102 and it is divided by 103 and you have to find the remainder. You have to find the remainder. What is the remainder? Can you solve it? Coprime means what is, sir, briefly. Okay. What is the meaning of coprime number? You want to ask Logan. You can see that the meaning of coprime number. Suppose we take an example of 5 and 7. You can see that 5 and 7 are coprime number. If you factorize it, you can see that it is 1 into 5, and if you factorize is 7, then it is 1 into 7. Okay, you can see that the 1 is only common number in both the factors. 1 is the only common number in both the factors, so it is coprime number. Let's take another example. You can see that Logan, it is 6 and it is 4. If you factorize this, you can see that it is 2 into 3 and it is 2 into 2. You can see that 1 is also the factors of both. 1 divides every number. 1 divides every number. You can see that 1 is the factor as well as 2 is also the factor. 2 is also the common factor. So 2 is the also common factor for the coprime numbers to be. 1 is the only common factor. Here you can see that 2 is the factor also, so it is not coprime. The condition to become a coprime number is the both numbers have HCF 1. HCF 1, you can see that here HCF is 2, so it is not coprime. Here HCF is 1, so it is coprime. Here it is HCF 2, so it is not coprime. Okay, HCF must be 1, highest common factor must be 1, then it is coprime number. Okay Logan, do you understand what is the meaning of coprime number? Any problem? Okay, well done Logan. You can see that 38 to the power 102 and it is 103, and 38 and 103 are coprime numbers. Coprime numbers because the HCF of 38 and 103 is 1. जो HCF है 38 और 103 का वो एक होगा एक. यहाँ पे 102 है. 102 कहने का मतलब ये 103 माइनस 1 है. 102 इज ऑल्सो रिटन एज 103 माइनस 1. हम 102 को 103 माइनस 1 लिख सकते हैं. ठीक है भाई, क्लियर? तो आप देख सकते हो हेयर फॉर्मेट्स थ्योरम अप्लाइड. यहाँ पे फॉर्मेट्स थ्योरम लग जाएगा क्योंकि फॉर्मेट्स थ्योरम का जो कंडीशन है यहाँ पे फॉलो हो रहा है. अकॉर्डिंग टू फॉर्मेट्स थ्योरम दिस टाइप ऑफ फॉर्मेशन हैज रिमाइंडर ऑलवेज 1. दिस टाइप ऑफ फॉर्मेशन हैज ऑलवेज रिमाइंडर 1. यहाँ पे हमेशा 1 रिमाइंडर बचेगा, 1 रिमाइंडर अकॉर्डिंग टू फॉर्मेट्स थ्योरम. यू कैन सी दैट अकॉर्डिंग टू फॉर्मेट्स थ्योरम if a to the power p minus 1 is divided by p where a and p are coprime numbers and p is prime number, then a to the power p minus 1 upon p always gives remainder 1. It is Fermat's theorem. Clear? So this is very simple question. Just you have to understand what is Fermat's theorem and you have to keep in mind the formula of Fermat's theorem so that you can solve this type of questions easily. Okay? Clear? चलिए next question. The next question is, you can see that the next question is question number 2. I will take this type of question only to because it is easy concept. Once you understand this concept, don't think twice, it is very easy. Okay Logan, you can see that it is 83 and it is 82. What you can write 82 as 83 minus 1. You can see that 83 minus 1 is also 82. 83 minus 1 is also 82, and 187 and 83 is also coprime number. If you take HCF of 187 and 83, then it gives only HCF 1. Okay, so there is only one common factor, and it is 1. So the HCF of 187 and 83 is 1. So you can see that Fermat's theorem applied. According to Fermat's theorem, it has remainder 1. That's all. Okay, so it is very simple. Just apply Fermat's theorem and get the answer. Now moving towards the second type of question of where the Fermat's theorem applied. Okay, second type of question, you can see that yes, question is when 50 to the power 88 is divided by 23 when 50 to the power 88 is divided by 23. Okay, now how can you solve it? Now you can see that 50 to the power 88 is divided by 23 and you have to find the remainder. What is the remainder when 50 to the power 88 is divided by 23? You can see that according to Fermat theorem, if it is 23, then the power must be 22. 23 minus 1, 23 minus 1, 23 minus 1, power must be 22. According to Fermat theorem, you can see that a and p are coprime number where p is prime number. A and p are coprime number and p is prime number. So the power must be p minus 1, then remainder is 1. According to Fermat theorem, power must be p minus 1. You can see that 23 is prime number, we know that. 23 is prime number, we know that. हम लोग जानते हैं कि 23 prime number है. So the power must be 23 minus 1, 22. Power must be 23 minus 1. But you can see that it is 88. It is 88. You have to convert this power to 22 so that you can apply the Fermat's theorem. Okay, you have to convert this power. Now you can see that 88 is what? 88 is 22 into 4. 88 is what? 88 is 22 into 4. 22 4 is 88. What do you mean by coprime? Okay, Michael, what is the meaning of coprime? Suppose the meaning of coprime. Okay, Michael, I can explain it easily to you. What is the meaning of co-prime? Suppose I take example of 5, 7 and I take example of 14 and 16. These are the two numbers. You can see that 5, 7 and 14 and 16. Okay. Now you can see that if you factorize it, then it is 1 into 5 and 7, it is 1 into 7. You can see that it is 1 into 5, 1 into 7. Now the 14 is 2 into 7 into 1 and the 16 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 1. Clear? Clear? So if you take common factors, then it is 1 only. It is 1 only common factor. So the HCF of 5 and 7 is 1. So the HCF is 1, then it is the coprime number. It satisfies the condition. To become a coprime numbers, the HCF must be 1. Two numbers are coprime numbers when their HCF means highest common factor is 1. If the highest common factor is other than 1, then it is not the coprime number. You can see that it is 2. It is 2, which is common in 14 and 16. It is also 1 common, but it has HCF 2. So it has HCF 2, then it is not a coprime number. It is not a coprime number. The coprime number satisfied only one condition. Two numbers is coprime if their HCF is 1. Okay? Okay, Michael? Clear what is coprime number? Now someone asks to you whether 7 and 14 is coprime number or not. Then you can easily say it is not a coprime number because 7 is common in both. Their HCF is 7. HCF must be 1 to become a coprime number. HCF must be 1. Okay. Now you are familiar with what is coprime number. Okay, Logan? Okay, Michael? So it is very simple question. Now my question is 50 to the power 88 when divided by 23. What is the remainder? This is the question. How can you solve it? We can solve it with the help of Fermat's theorem. We can solve this question with the help of Fermat's theorem. Okay. So 50 to the power 88 divided by 23. 50 to the power 88 divided by 23. According to Fermat's theorem, the power must be 22. The power must be 22. So 88 can be written as 22 into 4. 88 can be written as 22 into 4. And it is divided by 23. When 50 to the power 22 when divided by 23, you can see that 23 is prime number and 50 and 23 are co-prime number. आप देख सकते हो कि 23 प्राइम नंबर है और 50 और 23 जो है सह-अभाज्य संख्या यानी कि को-प्राइम नंबर है. Now when 50 to the power 22 is divided by 23, according to Fermat's theorem, it has remainder 1. Oh, HCF AB is equal to 1 means AB are co-prime. Yes, Michael. Yes, Michael. You understand easily. Yes, this is the condition. Okay. So 50 to the power 22 is when divided by 23, then the remainder is 1. So the remainder is 1. 50 to the power 22 divided by 23, it satisfied the Fermat's theorem. So the remainder is 1. So the remainder is 1. So number to the power 4, so 1 to the power 4 divided by again 23, then it becomes the remainder 1. So the remainder is 1. Clear? So the remainder is 1. Simple. It is 1 to the power 4, so the remainder is 1. Answer is 1. Clear? So you must take power. You must take power. It is 23, then the power must be 23 minus 1 according to Fermat's theorem. Fermat's theorem is what? Again I can explain. You can see that AP co-prime number, P is prime number, then the power must be P minus 1. Then the according to Fermat's theorem remainder will be 1. You can see that it is 23. The power is 23 minus 1, which is 22. So the remainder is 1, and the number to the power 4. So the remainder to the power 4. What happens to the number happens to the remainder. What happens to the number happens to the remainder. Okay. The remainder is 1. So number to the power 4, then the remainder to the power 4. Remainder to the power 4, it is 1. 1 is less than 23, so the answer is 1. Clear? It is very simple. Now move on to the next question. And the next question is 50 to the power 89. 50 to the power 89 when divided by 23, what is the remainder? This is another type question. You can see that here it is power 88. here it is power 89. Okay, now how can you solve it? How can you solve it? How can you solve it? Logan, please tell me the answer. You can see that it is 89. According to Fermat's theorem, if it is 23, the power must be 23 minus 1. So the power must be 22. Power must be 22. You can break it easily. It is 50 to the power 89. Then you can break it at 50 to the power 88 and 50 to the power 1. You can see that it is 50 to the power 89. 50 पे पावर 89 है, तो हम 50 पे पावर 88, 50 पे पावर 1 में इसको तोड़ सकते हैं. You can see that it is 23. ये यहाँ पे 23 है, ठीक है ना. So according to Fermat's theorem, power must be 23 minus 1 means 22. Means 22. You can see that it is 88. You can write it as 22 into 4. Clear? Into 50, same to same, which is divided by 23. Here it is completely the formation of Fermat's theorem. Clear? It is the formation of Fermat's theorem. So it gives remainder 1. It gives remainder 1. Number to the power 4, then remainder to the power 4. So the remainder is 1 to the power 4 into 50 divided by again 23. Because 51 या 50 is greater than 23, remainder not less than डिवाइजर, रिमाइंडर नॉट ग्रेटर दैन डिवाइजर. रिमाइंडर कभी डिवाइजर से बड़ा नहीं हो सकता, तो रिमाइंडर को हम दोबारा भाग देंगे. नाउ यू कैन सी दैट 50 डिवाइडेड बाय 23. व्हेन यू डिवाइड 50 बाय 23, 23 टू जा 46, द रिमाइंडर विल बी 4. रिमाइंडर विल बी 4. 23 टू जा 46, 23 दूनी 46 होता, तो यहाँ पे रिमाइंडर कितना बच जाएगा? 4 बच जाएगा. 4. 4 इज द करेक्ट आंसर. Now you can see that there is two type of question. Here it is 50 to the power 88 divided by 23. What is the remainder? Remainder is 1. When 50 to the power 89 divided by 23, then the remainder is 4. Clear? This is the complete explanation of this type of question. Okay. Now move towards the next question. These are all the questions related to the Fermat's theorem concept. These are all questions related to Fermat's theorem concept. Next question is 15 to the power 62 divided by 11. Yes, Swani, today's class is dedicated to the South State aspirants who are preparing for SSC examination. If you are not comfortable in Hindi language, then today's class is because today is Wednesday. Every Wednesday I will talk in English, so that the South Indian students can understand the concepts easily. Okay, because they are not comfortable in Hindi. Okay. Now next question, 15 to the power 62 when divided by 11, what is the remainder? Can you explain that? Can you explain this question? 15 to the power 62 divided by 11, can you explain it? This question is also the concept of related to the concept of Fermat's theorem. This question is also related to the concept of Fermat's theorem. You can see that it is 15 to the power 62. According to Fermat's theorem, when a to the power p minus 1 is divided by p, where p is the prime number and 8p is co-prime number, then the remainder is 1. This is the Fermat's theorem. I explained it previously. Okay. If you are watching from beginning, then it is okay to you. It is easy concept, you can understand. Now you can see that 15 to the power 62 when divided by 11, according to Fermat's theorem, 11 is prime number. Satisfied that 15 and 11 is co-prime number because the HCF of 15 and 11 is 1. You can see that it is 11. According to Fermat's theorem, the power must be p minus 1. So the power must be 11 minus 1, which is 10. 11 minus 1, which is 10. Now you can see that which is 10. So you have to break it 15 to the power 60 and 15 to the square. So 60 plus 2, it's 62. Do you know the law of exponent? If it is x to the power m multiplied to x to the power n, it is multiplication, base is same, the power will be in addition, x to the power m plus n. So you can see that it is 15 to the power 62. I have to break in two parts, 15 to the power 60 and 15 square, so that I can apply the Fermat's theorem. ठीक है, हमको 15 टू पावर 62 को दो पार्ट में ब्रेक करना पड़ा, 15 पे पावर 60, 15 पे पावर 2, ताकि हम यहाँ पे फॉर्मेट्स थ्योरम अप्लाई कर सकते हैं। नाउ यू कैन सी दैट इट इज 11 एंड इट इज 60। Clear? According to Fermat's theorem, if it is P, then power must be P minus 1. So it is 11, the power must be 11 minus 1 means 10. The power must be 10. Power must be 10. According to Fermat's theorem, power must be 10. Now you can write easily. You can see that 10 6 just 60. 10 6 just 60 divided by 11 into 15 square. Now if you apply Fermat's theorem in this part, you will get remainder 1. You will get remainder 1. Number to the power 6, so the remainder to the power 6. 1 to the power 6 is also 1. 1 to the power 6 is also 1. Now it is multiplied to 15 square. So the 15 square, you can see that it is 15 square. When you divide 15 by 11, then you get remainder 4. Number to the square, then the remainder to the square. 4 square, 4 square. 4 square is 16. 16 is also divided by 11. Remainder can't be greater than divisor, so you have to divide it again. Clear? When 4 square means 16 divided by 11, you get remainder 5. 4 square means 16. When 16 divided by 11, the remainder is 5. 5 is the correct answer for this question. Clear? 5 is the correct answer for this question. Clear? Remainder 5 is the correct answer. It is very easy. You can explain it easily. Okay, Fermat's theorem is the well done concept. Clear? If you can't solve this type of question in examination, then assume Fermat's theorem you have to apply it. 90% chances you can solve it. Now next question. So here is 3 types of question. You can see that 50 to the power 88 divided by 23, the remainder is 1. 50 to the power 89 divided by 23, remainder is 4, and 15 to the power 62 divided by 11, the remainder is 5. Clear? These 3 questions clear? You can solve it easily in examination. Now next question. Today's class is related to Fermat's theorem, Wilson theorem. I will explain it clearly. Now next question is, what happens when 3 to the power 21 divided by 5? Means my question is, what is the remainder when 3 to the power 21 is divided by 5? This is my question. Okay, 3 to the power 21 when divided by 5, what is the remainder? Now you can see that it is 3 to the power 21 when divided by 5. What is the remainder? 3 पे पावर 21 को अगर आप 5 से डिवाइड करते हैं तो बताइए रिमाइंडर कितना आएगा। आपको फॉर्मेट्स थ्योरम अप्लाई करना है, मैंने आपको बता दिया, और सारे के सारे सवाल अभी मैं फॉर्मेट्स थ्योरम के करवा रहा हूँ. ऑल द क्वेश्चन रिलेटेड टू द फॉर्मेट्स थ्योरम. नाउ यू कैन सी दैट अकॉर्डिंग टू फॉर्मेट्स थ्योरम इट इज ए एंड इट इज पी. A and P both are co-prime number and P is prime number. So it is it must have power P minus 1. It is P then power P minus 1. It is P then power P minus 1 and AP is co-prime number. Then the remainder is 1 always according to Fermat's theorem. This is Fermat's theorem. This is Fermat's theorem. And you have to apply this theorem. You have to just apply this theorem to find remainder. Okay. Now you can see that it is 3 to the power 21 upon 5. 3 5 is co-prime number. You agree that 3 5 is co-prime number. 3 5 क्या है? co-prime number है. और 21 है 21. अगर 21 है यहाँ पे डिवाइड किया जा रहा है 5 से, तो बताओ यहाँ पे क्या होना चाहिए? 5 माइनस 1 यानी 4 होना चाहिए. ठीक है, यहाँ पे क्या होना चाहिए? 4 होना चाहिए. ठीक है ना. अगर यहाँ पे 4 होना चाहिए, अगर यहाँ पे 4 होना चाहिए, देन यू कैन सी दैट इट इज 3 टू द पावर 20 into 3 to the power 1 divided by 5. You can see that. You can write it is in usual way so that you can apply the Fermat theorem. चलिए आप देख सकते हो कि यहाँ पे 3 पे पावर 21 था, तो मैंने 3 पे पावर 20 और 3 पे पावर 1 में इसको तोड़ दिया. मैंने क्यों तोड़ा? क्योंकि यहाँ पे 5 है तो हमको पावर 4 लाना होगा. देखो यहाँ P होता है तो यहाँ P minus 1 लाना होता है. Here it is P, then you must have power P minus 1. So here it is 5, then must be the power 4. Power क्या होना चाहिए? 4 होना चाहिए. Clear? Now you can see that it is 3 to the power 4 into 5, 4 5 ja 20, 4 5 ja 20, 3 same to same divided by 5. Now in this part you have to apply Fermat's theorem, and according to Fermat's theorem this has it has the remainder 1, number to the power 5, the remainder must have power 5. Clear? 1 to the power 5 is what? It is 1. So 1 multiplied to 3 again divided by 5, you can see that 3 is smaller than 5, the remainder is 3. Correct. 3 is the correct answer. Clear? You can solve it easily. 3 is the correct answer. The answer is 3. Okay, 4 type of question clear. 4 types of question clear related to Fermat's theorem. Now you are familiar with this type of question. How can you solve it? Okay Logan, okay Michael, do you understand how you can solve it? Remainder is 3. Next question is, you have to solve it now. Next question, and next question is 19. 72 to the power 85 divided by 29. What is the remainder? How can you solve it? 72 to the power 85 divided by 29. What is the remainder? How can you solve it? Clear? How can you solve it? You can see that it is very easy question. Clear? It is 72 to the power 85 divided by 29. What is the remainder? You can see that it is 72. It is 72 to the power 85. According to Fermat's theorem, I already told you AP is coprime and power must be P minus 1 and P must be prime number. So the remainder is 1. This is Fermat's theorem. This is Fermat's theorem. I already explained you. This is Fermat's theorem. Now you can see that 72 to the power 85 divided by 29. What is the remainder? So it is 29. It is prime number. 72 and 29 is coprime number. If it is 29, according to Fermat's theorem, power must be P minus 1. Means power must be 29 minus 1 means 28. Power must be 28. Power must be 28. So the power must be 28. Power must be 28. Now you can see that it is 72 to the power 84 into 72 to the power 1. ये 85 है तो 84 और 1 में ब्रेक कर सकते हैं ना, मल्टीप्लिकेशन में पावर ऐड होता है. You know the exponent law. And it is divided by 29. Now how you can calculate? You can see that what I do is, ये 85 है, 85 को मैंने 84 अलग इसलिए किया क्योंकि 29 का जो एक कम होता है वो होता है 28. ठीक है? When you subtract 1 from 29 you get 28 and 84 is the multiple of 28. That's why I break it. Clear? So that I can apply a Fermat's theorem. Now you can see that 72 to the power 84. It is 72 power 28 and power 3. 28 3 is 84. 28 3 is 84. Satisfied? Into 72 divided by 29. Now in this part you have to apply Fermat's theorem, and according to Fermat's theorem this part has remainder 1 and 1 to the power 3 is remainder 1. This part has complete remainder 1 and 1 is multiplied by 72 again. Now divided by 29. You can see that when 72 is divided by 29, 29th is 87. 29th is 87. 29th is 87. Clear? 87. So the negative remainder is 87 minus 15. Minus 15 is the negative remainder. If minus 15 is the negative remainder, then 14 is the positive remainder. Because 15 and 14 is 29. 14 is the positive remainder. This is the correct answer. Clear? 14 is the positive remainder. Clear? Now I will explain it with the direct this to this. You have to do this part in mind. आपको ये वाला हिस्सा दिमाग में करना है, तभी आप सवालों को जल्दी कर पाओगे. अब ये वाला हिस्सा दिमाग में आप कैसे कर सकते हो? यहाँ पे माइंड कैलकुलेशन करना पड़ेगा। यू हैव टू डू माइंड कैलकुलेशन टू स्किप द स्टेप्स। आपको अगर स्टेप्स को हटाना है तो आपको माइंड कैलकुलेशन करना पड़ेगा, ठीक है। चलिए अब कैसे करेंगे माइंड कैलकुलेशन इस टाइप के सवाल में। आप देखोगे कि यहाँ पे 29 है, फॉर्मेट थ्योरम के हिसाब से 29 माइनस 1 पावर 28 होना चाहिए। अगर पावर 28 होना चाहिए तो आपको क्या करना है, आपको इस 85 को 28 से डिवाइड करके जो रिमाइंडर आएगा वही पावर में लिख देना है। आई बात समझ, क्लियर। इस 85 को ही 28 से डिवाइड करके जो रिमाइंडर बचेगा उसी को लिख देना है। आई बात समझ, बोलो, उसी को लिख देना है। क्लियर, बोलो, समझ गए, बोलो लोगन, समझ गए। बोलो भाई, कोई कहाँ चले गए लोगन तुम। चलिए, क्लियर, रिमाइंडर 14 इज द करेक्ट आंसर। यस, नाउ मूविंग टुवर्ड्स द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। क्वेश्चन इज 4 to the power 2007 divided by 17, what is the remainder? What is the remainder? 4 to the power 2007 divided by 17, what is the remainder? Can you solve it? Now I already explained you, मैंने आपको अभी बताया कि a पे पावर p माइनस 1 अपॉन p रहेगा तो रिमाइंडर क्या आएगा, 1 आएगा। रिमाइंडर क्या आएगा, 1 आएगा। यही है फॉर्मेट थ्योरम, जहाँ पे a p को प्राइम नंबर होता है, p प्राइम नंबर होता है, ठीक है ना। ये मैंने अभी आपको बताया। तो आप देखो कि क्या कि यहाँ पे 17 है, 17, ठीक है। यहाँ पे क्या है, 17। अगर यहाँ पे 17 है तो मैंने अभी आपको क्या बताया कि अगर ये 17 है ना तो यहाँ पे पावर 16 होना चाहिए, ठीक है, तभी सवाल बनेगा, तभी आप फॉर्मेट फॉर्म लगा पाओगे। देखो यहाँ पे p है तो p माइनस 1 होना चाहिए पावर। अगर यहाँ पे 17 है तो पावर 16 होना चाहिए। अगर पावर 16 होना चाहिए ना भाई तो आपको क्या करना है कि इसको 16 से डिवाइड कर देना है। इसको 16 से डिवाइड करोगे तो बताओ जितना रिमाइंडर आएगा ना वो रिमाइंडर बैठा देना है। आपका सवाल हो जाएगा छोटा, ठीक है। तो आपको बस 2007 को 16 से डिवाइड कर देना है, ठीक है। जब 2007 को 16 से डिवाइड करोगे तो आपको पता चलेगा कि मैं 16 का 16 लगा सकता हूँ। 20 में से 16 आ जाएगा 4, जीरो लगाऊंगा तो 16 दिन 32 आएगा, माइनस करूँगा तो 8 आएगा, ठीक है। ऊपर से 7 उतार देंगे, ठीक है ना। बताओ 16 चौके 64, 16 पच्चीस 80 लगा लेंगे। जैसे ही 16 पच्चीस 80 लगाएंगे तो आप देखोगे क्या कि यहाँ पे 7 रिमाइंडर बच जाएगा। अभी जो 7 रिमाइंडर बचा ना आप इसको हटा के 7 लिख सकते हो। तो बताओ आपका जो सवाल था वो ये था, आपका सवाल ये हो चुका। जो 2007 था एकदम गायब हो गया, आपका पावर 7 आ गया, ठीक है। क्लियर, आई बात समझ। अब 4 पे पावर 7 है, यहाँ पे 17 है। आप आराम से बना सकते हो। कैसे बना सकते हो, आप इसको तोड़ लो। 4 के स्क्वायर, 4 का स्क्वायर, 2 तिया 6 और 4, बताओ 7 हो गया। बताओ 7 हो गया, 2 तिया 6, एक 7 हो गया। तो आप देखोगे कि 4 का स्क्वायर 16 होता है। 16 को 17 से डिवाइड दोगे तो बताओ रिमाइंडर -1 आएगा। अगर -1 रिमाइंडर आएगा तो -1 पे पावर 3 करोगे तो बताओ -1 रिमाइंडर, -1 रिमाइंडर, ठीक है। अब -1 को इंटू 4 करोगे तो बताओ माइनस का 4 रिमाइंडर होगा। कभी भी रिमाइंडर निगेटिव नहीं होता। तो यहाँ पे 17 में से 4 घटाओगे तो 13 पॉजिटिव रिमाइंडर होगा। 13 इसका करेक्ट आंसर है। क्लियर, 13 इसका करेक्ट आंसर है। समझ गए, बोलो। ये समझ में आई कि कैसे होगी। भाई आज ऑडियंस नहीं है।